just figure I have to work like a dog and then I'll get to do it, you know. And I've just always done that my whole life. If it looks too tough to do it, I just have to work twice as hard. And my mother and father always taught me, you never say you can't do it, you never say no. And I didn't know I could quit. I didn't know. And I'm glad I didn't. Not that I thought I could. But I was very honored to be able to be in it. And I had to study really hard because I didn't dance. So they worked with me 5 months before anybody else appeared, all by myself, on the set with 4 teachers trying to teach me. You don't understand, any of you that don't dance. You can't learn to dance in 4 months or 2 weeks or 3 months. You can't, but I had to. So I had Jeannie Coyne, who later on married Mr. Kelly, who became Mrs. Kelly. And I danced with Carol Haney, who went on to Broadway, who did Pajama Game. Ernie Flatch, who did the Carol Burnett television show, and went on to do Bye Bye Birdie, I think. And everybody was so talented that they took this little girl from Burbank, and before that, Texas, who was just this sort of, you got out, huh? So they took this little girl and they just molded me into really being a good dancer. I'm now a really good dancer. To this day, I can still dance. I just tie the tits down and go.
Any particular?
Well, some people don't say that particular word, but I don't see anything wrong because we're lucky to have them, and especially if they last. As long as they don't hit our knees. We'll think about it later on. Bless me?
Yes, I'm laughing. Yes.
Roberts admires lovely bosoms, and years ago, lovely figures, you know. Roberts always admired lovely bosoms. It doesn't mean he necessarily necessary. Just ignore him.
Do you have any particular, for this kind of any particular Gene Kelly stories?
Well, Gene Kelly was one, he was a terrific guy. But see, Donald was, I was 18. And when I started, I wasn't even 18. I became 18 on that movie. And Donald was 27, and Gene was 39. So I thought he was really ancient. And can I tell you this story from in the morning? See, some of you don't know, but in Hollywood, they had gossip, you know, like secrets. You know, well, you probably don't know that, but they don't. And so in the morning, we'd go to makeup really early, like 6 in the morning. And we'd all go to our private cubicle, like a little room by yourself, to do your makeup and your hair, so people didn't see how, like a rat's ass, you looked when you came in. Well, we didn't look terrific, I don't know. We all looked really lousy. So Gene would come in, and I didn't know men had a big problem. I didn't know men had, you know, makeup problems or hair problems. I don't know. I didn't know that. But I was very young. I now know men have a lot of problems. And I found them all. So Gene would go in and get all done up. You know, we'd all get done up and go on the set. And then we were doing a number called You Were Meant For Me, and I was on a big tall ladder, and we were on this sound stage all by ourselves, you know, and just a big tall ladder. So I was just up on the top of this ladder, and Gene was dancing below me singing, You Were Meant For Me, I Was Meant. And they just had lights, you know, all special lights shining down, very romantic, you know. And so Gene came in, and we were rehearsing the day. And then Stanley Dolan says, okay, when I was only 17, I hadn't turned 18, and I was chewing gum because I love gum. Well, I hadn't discovered wine. I'm on the big tall ladder, right? Big cube. And Gene is down below, and he's dancing. You were meant. Now, I'm up here, and they said, roll them. And I said, oh, I forgot. I had the gum. So I took the gum, and I stuck it on the rung of the ladder. Well, and it's so sad. He says, roll them. So Gene goes, you were meant for me. I was meant for you. And then Gene leans back on the rung of the ladder, and he dances away, and his hair stayed on the ladder. He didn't talk to me for a year. That's just one of the stories. See, my legs are good looking. Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Look, my tits look strange. You're so kind. I appreciate that.
So,
share life. Turner Classic Movies.
Anyway, thank you so much for being here for me for this movie.
Trying to get rid of me already, so you did it. As soon as I undress, they all leave.
We could be here all night and
Well, we want the folks to see the movie. It's a great movie. We had a wonderful time making it. Gene Kelly he is great. He was a great choreographer, director, everything. Donald O'Connor was only the most fun and brilliant, talking how to flip up the wall. And Sid Charisse, she was so beautiful, and her legs were longer than my body. She'd kick her leg and just talk. She was very shy, very sweet. Everybody on the whole picture was really delicious.
The wonderful Gene Hagen.
Oh, I can't stand her. She was a great dramatic actress, and she wanted to do that part. And they didn't want Debbie necessarily, they didn't want Gene, but she convinced Mr. Mayer that she could talk like that same book. So she went in and she said, she started talking like that. And so they said, well, okay, you got the book. You had to talk them into it.
And we want to encourage everybody tomorrow to come and see